So he's a local artist here in Vancouver, the Boogieman, Jordan Daniel. This is a song called Our Song from his new record called Blues, Pops and Jazz Smokes. This is Stranded, the Australian Canadian Music Show.
Just for me, I want my song to be for everybody. But I wrote this song for you, darling, to be just for you. And I want your song to be for everybody. I want my song to be for you, yeah, yes, for me too. And I want our song to be for everybody. But I want my song to be written, to be just for me. And I don't want my song to be for just anybody. That's why I wrote this song for you, darling, to be just for you. Yeah, I wrote this song for pretty little mama. I want my song to be for you, darling, yes, for me too. And I want our song to be for everybody. Everybody, everybody, everybody. Oh yeah, everybody, 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 oh yeah, everybody, 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 oh yeah, everybody, 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 oh yeah.
Well, you know what? What's even better than pre-recorded music is live music, and the Boogieman Jordan Daniel is right here in the studio, and he's raring to get going already. He's already set up with the acoustic. Jordan, do you want to just quickly say hi?
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah.
How's it going, UBC and the rest of Vancouver?
And the rest of the world.
I'm rearing right now.
He's rearing. Straight off the number 99 bus, and the guitar is out. So let's just get right into it, and then we'll have a chat. So this is the Boogieman Jordan Daniels live here on Stranded, the Australian Canadian Music Show.
Yeah, this is a new song called Sweet Leaf.
My sweet leaf, my sugar pie, the candied apple, my third eye. Yeah, my sugar, my sweet, sweet girl, the sweetest little thing, yeah, in the whole wide world. I got a jar filled with sweet teeth, my whole jar's filled with sweet teeth for your sugar. I got a jar filled with sweet, sweet, sweet tea. Just like the wolf when they call out to the full moon. Yeah, so every time she goes, well, it's a little too soon. I like to hot knife and she likes to spoon. I got a jar's filled with sweet tea. My whole jar's filled with sweet tea for your sugar. I got a jar's filled with sweet, sweet, sweet tea. Sweet tea. Sweet tea. Oh, my sweet tea. Yeah, my sweet tea, yeah. My sweetie, maybe this is forward and I don't mean to sound needy, oh, but I need your sugar pie and I don't want you to tease me. So for your sweetness, sweetie, I get greedy, yeah. I got a jar's filled with sweet tea. My whole jar's filled with sweet tea for your sugar. I got a jar's filled with sweet, sweet tea. Sweet tea. Sweet tea. Oh, my sweet tea. Oh, yeah, my sweet tea, yeah. Yeah, my sweet teeth, yeah.
That's the Boogieman. Jordan Daniels here live in the studio. We heard first the first track off his album. We played off the CD, and right in there it was a Sweet Tea. Was the
Sweet Teeth.
Sweet Teeth?
Yeah, that's a new one. It's about smoking weed. I got a sweet tooth for it.
Oh.
You know that Sabbath song that's like, you know, Sweet.
Yeah, Sweet Leaf. Sweet Leaf.
Sweet Leaf by Sabbath. It's like a play on that.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. And can we find that off the album as well, or is that a brand new one?
That's a brand new one. We're going to be recording probably at the end of next month, 13 or 15 or so new ones, and kind of buck them up and see what happens from there.
And this is a fairly new incarnation of your outfit, right up. I know you've recently relocated to Vancouver after playing in bands in Montreal for a while.
Yeah, I played in Montreal in two different bands. One was called The Gorgeous and the other one was called Barn Burner. And both of those projects ended, and I wanted to start doing something by myself and do all the songwriting, so I started the Boogieman, moved to Toronto, played acoustic out there for like a year, and then came back to Van and got a band together, and we're ripping really hard now.
Yeah. Gigging around a lot. And you were originally from here though, right? So you've come full circle?
Well, I lived in Vancouver for 6 months when I was 19, but my family's just moved around a lot, so I lived in like 20 different towns all over BC and Alberta, then spent most of high school in Vernon, British Columbia, and then kept moving since then. So
yeah. Oh, great. Well, we're talking here to the Boogieman, Jordan Daniel. He's playing some music for us live in the studio, and we'll be right back right after this.
101.9 FM, CiTR, Vancouver. It's whatever. Hip-hop, R&B, jazz. It's whatever. Reggae, soul, mainstream. It's whatever. News, sports, and entertainment.
Okay, and we're back here with the Boogieman, Jordan Daniel, live here in the studios. He's a Vancouver artist, and if you are looking him up on the web, it's Boogieman Jordon, Jordon, Jordan Daniels, yeah.
Yeah.
And his band. There's great information online, and his whole album streamed there.
Yeah, it's actually available for download for free off my website as well through SoundCloud. So, you know, people don't really pay for music anymore, and I figure I should just give it away.
Yeah.
In such a case.
Yeah, it's in such a flux, the whole music world, but you know what will not die and what will always be needed is good live music, and we have a great live musician right here.
That's what I'm here for.
That's it. And do you want to go straight into another track? Or?
Yeah, this is a song that's on the record, and you can download it off the website with the full band. It's called "I Want It All," and it's basically just about like accepting life the way it is and not always wanting something else, I guess. It doesn't really say what I want in the song, and that kind of leaves it hanging. But yeah, this song's called I Want It All.
Peanut butter, butter, butter. Butter, 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 butter. Butter, 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 butter. Butter, 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 butter. Butter, butter. I didn't know what I wanted, but now I know what I want. I didn't know what I wanted, yeah, now I know what I want. I said before I didn't know what I wanted, but now I know what I want. I didn't know what I wanted, yeah, now I know what I want.
Boogieman wants it all.
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
What's the origin of the name, the Boogieman Jordan Daniels?
Well, for me, it was always like I was afraid to pick up guitar and sing a song and write it by myself, and it seemed to me like the first fear that a child has to get over is the fear of the boogeyman, that someone's going to snatch you up and take you away from your parents. And at the same time, I think in a lot of ways that music can do the same thing. I know it did for me for a period of my life when I got into punk rock, and then my parents just weren't really making sense to me anymore. And then there's that, and obviously I'm just a blues lover, and Boogieman, Boogie Woogie, it just kind of made sense at the time.
Yeah. Oh, and so this is the Boogieman, Jordan Daniel. You've been playing around a bit, and I was actually just thinking about the recent gig that you played with the NHL 94. Basically, they set it up. Was it the Astoria?
Yeah, I was at the Astoria. It was for Beetroot Magazine put it together, and they had like a big NHL 94 tournament, and then we went on after the tournament. It's funny, though, because it rained for I think 10 days straight, and then the first nice day that they held this tournament, so like not a lot of people showed up to it. There was still a good turnout, but it didn't have the potential that it could be with the hockey fans in Vancouver.
Oh, that's it. I couldn't help but think, like, what if Mayor Gregor Robinson had on a massive big screen somewhere out in the city on the night of the riots, and people instead were focusing on playing this game? Maybe it all wouldn't have turned out so badly. Just get you frustrated, just bash the pad,
Yeah. I was down there when a couple of those cop cars got burned to the ground. It was pretty fucking wild, man.
Wow.
I gotta watch my language on the air.
Yeah. Backdated language warning for anyone listening. We are talking, if anyone's listening online and hadn't heard about it, well, there was quite horrible riots here in Vancouver just 2 nights ago when the Vancouver Canucks lost the final game of the Stanley Cup. I was well away, but I saw the smoke rising in the distance, and I just knew straight away, not good.
It's funny because everybody was like, I cannot believe Vancouver, you're an embarrassment. But like, I saw this coming way before it happened. Everybody did, It's a full moon out, first of all. Like, police usually in general will put out like double what they put out on a full moon, just because it's in our nature to act wild on one. And then they hold Game 7 in Vancouver on the full moon. It's like 2 and 2, put it together.
Yeah. I mean, even if they had one, there probably would have been.
Well, you just can't deny nature, People get crazy, especially when they're fed alcohol all day long. And they love their Vancouver Canucks.
That's right. Well, here on the show, we love music. So we're here talking with the Boogieman Jordan Daniel, and we've had a few live tracks already. I just actually wanted to ask you a bit about your love of the blues. Can you tell me when that might have started, or did you have anything in your family background or anything?
Not my family background. Like my parents always listened to rock and roll, which is based off the blues, I guess. But I never really had an appreciation for it until I met this girl in 11th grade, and I was totally infatuated with her. I might have been in love with her. I don't know. Nothing ever came of it, but she was seriously into like blues from the 1920s and 30s and 40s and stuff like that. And I had never had an introduction to that kind of stuff before, and she opened that window for me, and it's been a riot ever since.
Wow, it all starts with a woman. It often does. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we're still friends. I actually saw her. She lives in Regina, and I went and paid a visit to her, and she saw my band down.
Yeah.
She was pretty stoked, I guess, because I had only ever played in heavy metal bands and punk rock bands before this. And I feel like there's still an element of those things mixed inside of what I do, especially when you hear it live with the full band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, we're actually going to play a song, well, before you leave today. I found online here, Barn Burner, because this is quite coincidental. The band you used to play in Montreal, Barn Burner, is playing tonight in Vancouver. Yeah,
they're playing at the Astoria tonight, and if you like it's kind of a mix between, I would say, Mastodon and old Metallica and maybe Thin Lizzy, kind of like rock and roll, but still thrashy, and they're great, and they're really fun, so it should be a good time.
Wow. Well,
Should be a barn burner.
we'll play a song of theirs a bit later on. But how are you feeling there? You're hydrated there.
I'm hydrated.
You're hydrated because I know you ran in panting breath from the 99, as I often do. Just
I
before
actually
the
took my scooter here. I didn't take the 99, hence the helmet.
Oh, of course.
Yes, you didn't see that though.
Well, geez, you never know with Vancouver these days. A helmet on the bus might actually be with all the riots.
Yeah.
But yeah, how are you going over there on the other side of the studio? Are you still revved for?
Yeah, I can rip out a couple more songs if you want to hear them.
Yeah, well, yeah, that definitely. That's what we're here for. So actually, hold that thought. We'll be right back.
Now repeat after me. Bugger off. Bugger off. Sod. Sod. Bloody. Bloody. Now put them all together. Bugger off, you bloody sod. Bugger off, you bloody sod. Okay, you're in. Let's smash things up.
Every Saturday from noon to 1 p.m. Listen to Generation Annihilation on CiTR 101.9 FM, UBC Radio in Vancouver.
Okay, I think Jordan here is ready for another track or two. What do we got? What do we got here?
This is the song that we made the music video for. It's called "No Axe to Grind," and it's kind of just about like forgiveness and forgiving yourself for the stupid shit that you did, or more importantly, it's about me forgiving myself for the stupid shit that I did. And if you can relate to that, then that's awesome, you know?
I think every single human being can, especially those who had a little bit too much to drink last Wednesday.
It seems appropriate for the rides and stuff. So let's just forgive Vancouver, forget about it. All right? We've all been there. No Axe to Grind. You can look up the music video on YouTube.
Got no exit to grind anymore. Yes, I ain't got no exit to grind anymore. And I ain't got no exit to grind anymore. Oh, me a hedge to glory coming, honey, don't you worry. Oh, 'cause I ain't in a hurry anymore. Honey, that I want you. You told me people in hell, they want ice water too. But I don't wanna come at you talking in $10 words, 'cause I'm a $1 per word man. Those other words, they're for the birds. Oh yeah, my sword, it ain't as mighty as my pen anymore. Yes, my sword, it ain't quite got the might that my pen is anymore. Oh yeah, my sword, it ain't as mighty as my pen anymore. 'Cause I've been riding with the fury and all the words are blurry. Oh, but I ain't in a hurry anymore. told you, honey, that I want you, yeah. You know I told you, honey, that I want you. You heard me tell you that I want you. You told me people in hell, they want I swore too. But I ain't got no more bones picking you anymore. Yes, I ain't got no bones to pick anymore. And I ain't got no bones to pick anymore. Yes, no bones about it. I'm just as dry as a bone. And I don't wanna be alone anymore.
That's No Axe to Grind, which is the awesome second track from the album. The album is called Blues, Pops and Jazz Smokes, and it's available for free download at theboogiemanjordandaniel.com. And you just heard a live version here in the studio for Stranded, the Australian-Canadian music show. Don't forget, you can catch this show. This will be up on podcast in the set list. If you go to Google and type Oz Stranded, OZSTRANDED, each week. If you do that diligently, you'll see a different set list up there every week and a link to the podcast. So thanks, Jordan.
You're very welcome. My pleasure to be there. For those of you that don't know, me and Mac worked together for the Portland Hotel Society, and that's how we met.
Yeah. That I remember. Yeah, we worked at one of the hotels, and we're chatting a lot about music. And I was playing you. I wanted to play for you and for the listeners tonight. I remember showing you some old clips of this band from Australia called the Beast Suburban. It's really good bluesy.
Beast Suburban.
The Beast Suburban. I don't know if you remember, but I was like, "Oh, you got to listen to this."
I wonder if they like the Stones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're like, this is I'm holding up here the Axman's jazz album. So once you're finished up here playing, I wanted to play at least a track off the Beast Suburban album because I was thinking of like good bluesy, Stonesy type Aussie rock and roll, and they epitomise everything's awesome about a lot of stuff.
Australia.
Yeah, bluesy kind of rock, featuring Tex Perkins on vocals. So.
You got to play that band DZ later in your show too. I was showing you them earlier. They have that video where they're just shooting Jägermeister the entire time.
DZ, yeah, they're from Australia. That's right.
They're from Australia. They're great.
Because I was going to ask you, do you have any requests? So I'll write that down. The DZ, of course. I mean, on that note, any other? Are there any other Australian bands that you're aware of at all that you like? Or I mean, I often find doing this show, people really don't know much about Australian music besides the obvious, Silverchair.
Yeah, the obvious. I mean, AC/DC is pretty cool.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't check out a lot of new music. Like I've just got the staples that I've listened to for a long time, and then if someone recommends me a band, like I'll go and check them out. But like. For me, I get a lot more enjoyment of going to see live music and watching my friends play music because it's like, I don't know, it's just a stronger connection to the music when you know the people that are making it. So I've got like, I don't know, some close friends that do it, and they're all my favorite bands.
Well, that's it, and that's why I do my best to get people like yourself on, friends that I know here in the city, because it is more meaningful and God knows everything's an iTunes playlist these days. You know?
That's true.
I mean, I really don't download much music currently for a reason, because I don't really like the fragmentation of it all. I like to still sit down and have an album.
Yeah, I agree.
God forbid.
And it's a pain in the butt to try.